What's up, guys? Godz back with another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about Call of Duty World War II. The reveal trailer is here. You just watched it. We're going to talk a little bit about it. This is the pretty much the official trailer, pretty much for the campaign, and it's going to kind of set the tone for the rest of the game. We'll have gameplay for multiplayer, I'm sure, come out later. Teasers for that, things like that, and then our zombies multiplayer co-op that's going to be coming out later as well. So they'll have those up soon, so I'll be covering those. But they had their first live stream today where they showcased a bunch of different information. I'll have videos for all that stuff. But right now I want to talk about the trailer. Basically, of course, people are going to want to compare this to World at War. And the reason they are is because it's the same war. Difference being here that I think we're going to take a different look. From what I remember about World at War, and I was a lot younger then, so that was 10 years ago. I was 12. World at War, it was large in scope to where we were moving around a lot, doing different things. It wasn't just centralized in one area. And from the look of this trailer, as we move forward through, you start to notice, you know, we see some brutality here and some very brutal images. And I think they're going to stay very realistic with how they want to do things. Of course, they're never going to be able to fully capture what it was like back then to actually go through all this, but I think they're going to try to do their best as far as a video game goes. But this time, one thing I really like is this is one of our first characters we see in the trailer out of the 3 that I think we're going to be following for the entirety of the actual campaign. So not only him, I can't remember their actual names, but I know Josh Duhamel is also one of our main characters. You'll see him here later in the trailer. I think it's going to be a very closed-in story with these 3 guys. I can't remember if we play as one of the guys or if we're actually just a 4th guy. But it seems like we're going to actually go through and see how all of our lives just change together going through the war, through this campaign. I don't see us jumping around from this character to, say, kind of a character in Russia playing, or a character just somewhere else in the battle playing for different countries or different sides. I don't think we're going to be doing that. I think we're going to be sticking with these 3 guys, which I actually really like. I think it allows a lot of character development. It allows for us to actually get deeper into the game and more immersed, or as they like to say over and over again, more visceral. They said visceral about 1,000,000 times in the live stream today, so that's probably one of their key words. But we see our first character here, and as we move along, you know, we see us storming the beaches. I think this is going to be a very epic set piece that they build. Like I said, they're not going to be able to capture what actually happened, but I think they're going to try to do their best for a game. But as you move on, you see all the planes, and I feel like this time it's definitely going to be more immersive because of the fact that the graphics are so much better. The sound quality, the lighting, everything is so much better nowadays. So for me, I'm super excited about this game. I've been wanting this for years now, but like I was telling myself earlier, I don't think if we hadn't had Advanced Warfare, if we hadn't had Infinite Warfare and all these games that a lot of people don't like, I don't feel like we would have got this. I feel like we probably got something else. So I'm thankful for those games, even though they weren't my favorite, because it's led to this point. So hopefully, I'm not saying the next game after this one I want another previous war Call of Duty, but for right now I'm liking where it's going. So we see some more images here of people. This is a bad guy, I know that. We move along. There's not a lot of things that's like, oh, hey, this is going to mean this. But here we're on the tank. And one thing they mentioned in the live stream is there's going to be a lot of action set pieces, a lot of explosions and just crazy things you get into. So I'm sure there's going to be some insane stuff happening with these tanks, explosions. Like I said, getting onto that beach, I'm sure there's just going to be bombs everywhere. So I think it's going to be an amazing game. They talked about how history, you know, this is their way of telling World War II to a new generation. So, you know, World at War came out 10 years ago. So they're saying that, you know, in this previous decade, we've had, you know, only, you know, newer Call of Duties and different things like that. So now they're going back to the roots, as it's another one of their key terms, I guess. And they are going to be trying to teach you some history. You see here the patch on his arm later on, Josh Duhamel, he says, "Welcome to the Bloody First." So that's the group that we're in. Oh, is that a fly? There's a fly. We're gonna have to kill the fly. I'm gonna kill the fly later, though. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. We see some more action and carnage. It looks to me here like we lose a buddy, but I bet you he shows up later. I'm sure they're not going to show a pivotal moment for our character in the middle of the trailer for teasing the game. So we see here, and this is one thing too they pointed out is, this is something we saw in World at War, the flamethrower. We got to use it. But one thing I want to point out is, yes, the lighting. See how the flames on his chest, it's kind of midday or evening time. I think the lighting, you see the reflection of the, the little bit of water on the floor or the ground. I think this visually is going to be way more pleasing than World at War, which of course naturally, because we're so many years ahead. Here you go. This is where you first see Josh Duhamel talking. He's going to be, I think, one of our main characters. He's the only actor that I actually know of. For those of you, let's see, he was in, for the girls that watch, was he in Safe Haven? He was in one of the, what is that guy's name? Whoever makes Notebook. He was in one of his movies. He's also in Transformers. Plays in there with Tyrese Gibson and some of the other people. See more shots of him, Bloody First emblem. You see another shot here. This is the third guy. I think if we haven't already seen him already, this should complete the trio. And there we kind of see, I don't know if he's dying or not. We'll find out. Some more carnage and explosions. One thing they talked about too here is here he's doing the whole religious thing, and that's one thing they talked about is, this was a time where it didn't matter if you were this religion or you were this religion or you were this color or whatever. On that battlefield, you were brothers. And so that's something they're focusing on, and I really like that because they don't want to focus on a grand scale war. They want to focus on the battles where you're with your buddy. And they said, those are the battles that won the war. And I believe that, but some of that can be also just, good wordplay on their part. But here we see some more interaction between our characters. And somewhere, yeah, right here, this was the funny part. They asked Josh Duhamel, which is this character here, how many times did they do retakes for him punching him in the face? And they said that they thought that was like the only scene where they actually did retakes for him punching him in the face. So I thought that was kind of funny. But here, I think this is going to be one of a huge pivotal point because they're arguing about what they did. So Josh Duhamel's playing the side of, I'm following orders, I'm doing what I'm told. And then our other character over here, he's on the side of, but what is all that worth if all these people die? So I think there's going to be a lot of intergroup growth character-wise, and I really like that. That's really looking good to me. I love a good story. Bungie, come on. Destiny 2, good story. Let's make it happen. We're moving forward here. We see some more carnage. There's just a lot of carnage in this trailer, and there was a lot of carnage in that war, so I can see why. So I think there's going to be some huge battles. We'll see some more for our characters. But here at the very end, he says, "Welcome to the Bloody First," and that's kind of it. Next, we move into some of the things that they say here at the end of the trailer. So, we've got the game coming out, Call of Duty World War II, November 3rd. Is its release day. I think that comes up right here. Yeah, November 3rd. But it does say that it's subject to change. So we'll see how it goes, but it should probably stay the same. And then also you get, if you pre-order, you get access to the private beta. And it says down here at the bottom that it'll be open to different consoles at different times. So you'll be able to play that if you pre-order as long as beta codes last. Once they run out, there's not going to be any more. So get it while you can. I'm going to actually go pre-order pretty soon. But this is where it also says that the launch dates are subject to change. So we'll have to see how that goes. And then there's some more stuff here at the end. But that's pretty much it, guys. I'll play the trailer for you here one more time at the end. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be covering all kinds of stuff on this game because I think it's going to be so much fun. So we'll be doing Destiny and Call of Duty World War II for a little while. But that's pretty much it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It really helps me out. Comment below. Let me know what was your favorite thing from the stream today or just from the trailer itself. What are you excited for in the new Call of Duty? What do you hope that they bring back or have in the game? Subscribe for more Call of Duty World War II news and content, and I will see you guys in the next video.